Hey everybody, this is Lance Pugmire at FightHype coming to you today with the latest development on what many assess to be the boxing event of the year, the welterweight bout for supremacy, for undisputed supremacy between co-undefeated champions Errol Spence Jr. of Texas and Terence Crawford of Nebraska. I am told today that basically the fight is at hand of being made official. According to, I have to read some of this because some of it's sensitive matter, according to an individual familiar with the negotiations but unauthorized to speak publicly about them due to the sensitivity of the talks, attorneys are for both parties are now doing what's called documenting the agreement, just basically going over the final bits of language to get a deal done. And I'm told that an announcement for this fight could happen within a matter of days. It's that close. In recent days, the sides came to terms on what was basically seen as the last major obstacle to this deal, which was the splits for a rematch. Both men have the opportunity in defeat to invoke a rematch in a bout that many expect to be actually a greater financial success, given the skill that we know, the high quality of the fight that we expect in this November 19th bout, because of the talents of Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. Again, the date for the first fight is expected to be November 19th in Las Vegas. At this point, it's uncertain which network is going to get it, as both Fox and Showtime are aggressively pursuing the rights to stage this pay-per-view bout. While the talks have been agonizingly long, we've learned from two sources very close to the situation that one of the issues that dragged this thing out for as long as it did had to do with Terence Crawford's ties to alleged Irish drug cartel leader Daniel Kinahan. PBC head and Spence advisor Al Heyman wanted absolute assurance, insisted upon absolute assurance that Kinahan had no financial involvement in the fight. For good reason. We know that the U.S. Treasury has an intense focus on Kinahan as he's holed up in the Middle East, and we know that there's been intense scrutiny of those who have done business with Kinahan. Both Tyson Fury and the boxing trainer Ben Davison have basically been not allowed to leave the UK for the US based on the information that we've had from several sources, based on their connections to Kinahan. Sources told me that Heyman was tempted, actually because of his discomfort with Kinahan's involvement, to walk from the negotiations, but he ended up receiving sincere assurances that Kinahan was not going to be financially involved in this fight. And again, Heyman wanted Errol Spence, his fighter, to be in position to gain, this legacy victory and stand as an undisputed welterweight champion and earn his greatest purse ever. He was ultimately satisfied, as I said, that the Kinahan factor is not a factor and this fight can proceed. So again, I am told that an announcement for this fight could be as close as quote unquote days away. And obviously this is great news for boxing fans who have looked to see these generational talents square off and establish exactly who is the undisputed king of the glamour welterweight division. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon.